Alright, so today is a review for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. This is the newly released remake by Vicarious Visions, who did the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy. And I've been really hyped for this game. Tony Hawk Pro Skater has been in my life since I was a kid. The first time I played Pro Skater 1, I was like 6 years old. I remember like every day when I come home from school, I always would load up Pro Skater 1 and 2 and play them. Like those are probably my most played Tony Hawk games, like the Pro Skater series. And ever since then, I've played every single Tony Hawk game that come out up until 5. We don't talk about Pro Skater 5, no. And there's a lot of worries about going into this game because, you could tell the development team are huge skateboarding fans, and I was a little worried about if they were going to even add anything, if they were just going to keep it the same, no kind of bare bones. But no, they actually added a whole bunch of shit into this game, and I want to explain what they are. But first, I want to go over the good and the bad. So the good, graphics are beautiful. This somehow looks better than Avengers. This game is gorgeous to look at. They recreated each level with such immaculate detail. Everything feels the same, but yet looks different. And that's what I love. They took the aesthetic of Pro Skater 1 and 2 and just changed it to make it more modernized. They didn't change things around all the time. They moved a few things here and there, but you'll notice the changes when you get to them. But overall, it feels the same. The maps are still the same. The graphics look amazing. The remakes of the levels look phenomenal, especially the mall and Warehouse. If you've seen photos of Warehouse, it looks so gorgeous. The soundtrack is back, minus 3 songs. Only 3 songs have been cut from the Pro Skater 1 and 2 soundtrack. Which, I thought it was going to be more. I thought it was going to be like 5 or 6. No, it's only 3. And even still, they have all the great songs on here. My favorites being Superman, Guerrilla Radio, and Worlds Collide. Those are my favorite songs. And they added some new songs as well. Some of which I'm not a fan of. There are some songs on here that I don't particularly like Machine Gun Kelly's song I don't care for. But they give you an option to remove tracks off the playlist. Thank you. Not a lot of people are going to be wanting to listen to the new soundtrack. Some people are there for a nostalgia trip and they only want to listen to the old school soundtrack, which is fine. I would say 90% of the new soundtrack they added. Some of the songs I've already removed, but overall the soundtrack is really solid. Really fucking solid. The gameplay feels just like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, but slightly tweaked. They took Neversoft's original code for the game and actually used that as the basis for the handling and gameplay. And boy, let me tell you, it feels just like the old school games with modern graphics. It feels a lot smoother to play. It's basically a refined version of Pro Skater 1 and 2. Refined version. The content-wise, there's a ton of content in the game. They added a leveling up system where you can I'm already level 25. The more you level up, the more clothing items, decks, wheels, all that you unlock. And yes, they have it to where you can create your skater in this game, which they introduced in Pro Skater 2. This is more refined, and in this game you can actually give them more clothing items, a custom deck, wheels, trucks, all that, and it's so much fun. I'm mainly playing as Tony Hawk though, because I'm trying to get all the challenges done as Tony Hawk, and yes, there are challenges. This game will have you coming back more and more with the challenges. There are so many challenges to do. Each individual skater has their own set of challenges where you can unlock additional clothing items and additional boards. So for $40, there is a ton of content. Not to mention you get the full game of Pro Skater 1 and Pro Skater 2. So not only do you get that, you get the entirety of the full game, which is great. And thank God they did this, because I was a little scared they're just going to give us Pro Skater 1 and 2 and boom, you're done. No, they give you all these challenges, a fun multiplayer mode. The game is challenging as well. The game will frustrate you at times like it did to me last night when I was playing it. But the moment you actually land that trick, or you actually get that letter or secret tape that you've been trying to get for a long time, you will feel really good. Trust me, I did. Um, in terms of the bad, I can't really think of nothing bad. The game is great. I've come across no crashing and no glitches so far. The game has been running buttery smooth with no frame rate issues whatsoever. It's a pretty fucking solid game, and for $40, or if you want to get the deluxe edition, $50, it definitely earns that $40 stamp. For that price tag, it earns it. What would I give Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2? A 10 out of 10. Easy. This gives a stamp of approval. This is my childhood come to life again. And playing it as an adult, when I played it when I was a kid, just brings back so many memories of me ordering a pizza, getting my favorite soda, turning the lights off, and just playing Downhill Jam 24/7. It brings back so many memories, and not to mention, I'm not running this off of nostalgia, the game itself is good. So if you have never ever played a Tony Hawk game, and you ever wanted to get into Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 1 and 2 is the perfect gateway for you. At $40, it's easy to get a hold of, and I guarantee you have a blast. Anyways, guys, I'm Film Attackers. I hope you enjoyed this game review.